Welcome to all of you. Today we are going to talk about report writing. And report writing, we are going to focus on progress report. Let's see what progress report is. It is a document that reports progress of a project for a specific period of time. A progress report describes what has been done during a specified time on only one project, such as work on the construction of a building or a bridge or anything else. A progress report covers in detail all achievements as well as plans for the upcoming reporting period toward completing one project. Importance of progress report. It helps us to take decisions. It also helps us to take actions. Moreover, it helps to file for future reference. There are different sections of progress report. Let's see what they are. Introduction, then you will talk about work completed, then you will talk about work scheduled, then problems and projections. Now let's see what we are going to do in writing introduction. First of all, you have to write the complete name of the project. Then indicate the reporting period, which is the time the report covers. Normally, we write progress report after 1 month or 3 months or even 6 months or even after a year. It depends upon the project. Number 3, state the purpose of the report. So the readers may know about the status of the project. Doing this, remember, you have two choices, either to use third person or to use first person, but I will prefer that you should use first person because it is good if you take responsibility for your actions and opinions, because using I or we is not only acceptable but also encouraged. So it depends upon you that what you want to do. You can use third person, you can use first person, but the best is to use first person. Now, let's see the example. As we have talked about, that report may be written within organization and outside organization. This example is telling you that it is written within organization because it is written in the memo format. Here, what you are going to do, you are going to write to whom you are writing report, from whom the report is sent, on what date the report is written or submitted, and what is the subject of report. You can see progress report number 3, planning for trip to Disney World. It means before this progress report, 2 progress reports have been prepared and submitted on the same subject. Let's see what we have in introduction now. We will discuss purpose. Because our yearbook staff trip is to Disney World is less than 2 months away, we are working hard to make an enjoyable adventure possible. This report outlines the accomplishments, the work remaining, and one problem encountered during January. See, this introduction has 2 parts. First sentence is telling you the purpose, and the second sentence is telling you the outline, what points have been discussed in the report. Now let's see what we are going to do in the section work completed. Number 1, note again the time period you cover. This is optional. If it is included, it usually appears beside the heading or in the opening sentence of the section. Number 2, Use past tense verbs. Never use present indefinite tense in work completed. Always focus on using past tense. Number 3, use subheadings to separate tasks or bulleted lists. Provide sufficient details and explanations about each job completed, because your reader is probably most concerned about what you have done on the project. Ensure that this section is clear and accurate. Place your most important ideas first. After all, this is your opportunity to tell what you have achieved. Now let's see the example. First, you have written work completed and the date of time period is written. We are marking a few things off the to-do list. With our current level of enthusiasm, we will get there. First heading is First subheading is finances and reservations. The staff sponsored 2 donut sales to add $350 to the travel fund. 3 buses from the White Goose Line costing $800 each have been reserved. In addition, reservations have been made for 3 nights at the Disney Tunes Hotel and a deposit of $500 paid to the hotel. Now, second subheading is equipment. Because university policy requires insurance for the school-owned cameras and computers we have purchased a replacement value policy from London Insurance to cover the time of our trip. In this example, you have seen that the writer has told you what he has completed, and he has been very clear and specific. He's giving you exact facts and figures regarding his actions completed. Now, in work schedule section, we are going to talk about our planned things. We are going to tell your audience what work needs to be done in the next reporting period. So you have to decide what actions or what things you are going to do in future. So for that, what you need to do is that you have to use future tense verbs. Never ever use past tense or never ever use present tense here. You have to use future tense because it is formal writing. Third thing is that you have to separate and emphasize each major task or job with subheadings. Now, let's see the example. First, you will write the heading work scheduled, and after that, you will give a summarized introduction. The remaining responsibilities are earning the rest of the money and making additional reservations. So now you are going to give detail of this action or task that you are going to accomplish in future. First one is related to finances, so you will write the subheading of finances. Let's see what you are writing here. The fund balance now contains $9,675 of the $11,000 we need for the trip. 5 other fundraising projects have been scheduled. However, if the future projects are successful at the last 2, we may raise the remaining $1,325 after only 3 projects have been completed. So here in this part, he has talked about finances, how you are going to arrange remaining finances. Then there's another task that is about additional reservations. So let's see what we have. We will order 2-day passes for Disney World and 1-day tickets for SeaWorld next week. Also, Mr. Zhao will make reservations for the yearbook banquet at Waterside Restaurant in Orlando. Now, we will talk about last 2 sections, that is problems and problems and projections. In problems, what we are going to talk about, describe any obstacles to completing the job. If you are coming across any problems, any snags, just mention here that we are facing this problem. Because of it, we are unable to complete our task. Inform the reader of anything that has affected the quality or quantity of work. Report just the facts unless you need to assign responsibility for problems. Remember, you have to mention just facts. Just give the reasons, what problems you are facing. Never ever blame anyone in writing report unless you are given a responsibility to do that. Now, next section is projections. In projections, what you are going to talk about, that you have to give readers a new completion date. Okay, we have come across this problem, so now we are going to complete this project on this date approximately. Now see the example. Problems and projections, we will give one same heading. The university board has agreed to consider our request to be excused from classes early on the day we leave. Otherwise, we cannot reach Orlando before 3 o'clock in the morning. If we arrive in the middle of the night, we will probably spend the day planned for Disney World catching up on sleep. We might think of changing the schedule if the board denies our request. Other plans are proceeding as expected, and we should have all work for the trip completed by March 16, 2 weeks before departure. So, whatever the problems are coming in front of you, you have talked about that, and then you have mentioned the date when you will complete this task. So, this is the simplest way to write progress report on any upgoing or any continued project. I hope you understood it. Thank you for watching.